What a weird lead-in for John Metchie. He is on the Pepsi Hotline. He's presented each week by CraneWorks. The equipment rental division for them is RentalWorks, the source for all your equipment needs, big or small. Big equipment like skid steers, excavators, all the way down to the smaller equipment like pressure washers, brush mowers, or trailers. CraneWorks.com for more info. Metch, what is up, man? How are you today?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
Doing well. Thanks a lot. Your head coach, Nick Saban, described one of the practices this week as guys having the poor me's. How do you define the poor me's? What does Coach mean when he says that?
I think he's just talking about everybody's too concerned with how they're feeling, like body-wise, like banged up, sorenesses and stuff like that. And it's just understanding that everybody around the country is banged up at this time of the year. Everybody's sore. So it's just the people who are able to push through that and practice through that and prepare through that is what he's talking about.
That's interesting you say that. I mean, I don't know what normal would be right now. What % do you feel like you are based on where you started the season after a physical season? Where are you right now?
I don't know. I feel like 100% of whatever it is. It's always 100% of whatever it is for me. Everybody's banged up. Everybody always has nicks and bruises here and there, but at the end of the day, it's always 100% of whatever it is for me.
Hey, if you go back to last year, you were the leading receiver in this game in Fayetteville. You guys won by 49 points. This is obviously not only a different Alabama team, a much different Arkansas team that's sitting at 7-3. When you watch defensive film of this team, what stands out?
They're a unique defense. They like to keep everything in front of them. They got a lot of people back there in the secondary. They like to try and keep everything in front of them. They have a lot of players back there, and they really do a good job of really running to the ball and stuff like that. So it's kind of a unique defense.
You've played 10 games. You're guaranteed 2 more, 3 more with a bowl game or an SEC championship, then either a bowl game or a semifinal, then maybe a national. You could play 15 games when it's all said and done. Can you imagine playing 17 like the NFL? And my question to you is, they're talking about expanding these playoffs. As a player in college, before you head off to the NFL, is there too many games that you think is too many for a college player? And if so, why?
I don't really have an opinion on that. I think it's just I'm always want to play. As players, we just always want to play football. We want to play as many games as we can. We want to be on the field all the time. But at the same time, it's like in college, your body, and same thing in the NFL, your body is trying to stay healthy. It's whoever can stay healthy. But as a football player, I just love to play games. So to me, I don't really have a big opinion on that.
John Metchie is with us. He's presented each week by the RentalWorks division of CraneWorks. Forget the big box stores. CraneWorks Equipment Rental Division. RentalWorks is reliable machines and local experts to help you find exactly what you need. Call them for a personalized quote or visit CraneWorks.com to see their full inventory. Like all of our guests, Metchie is on the Pepsi hotline. That said, if they did expand the playoffs, do you think a loss would lose a little bit of its sting, knowing that you don't necessarily have to be in the top 4 to get in the playoffs? Would a loss lose a little bit of sting if they did that, or would it still feel the same, you think?
I think here it would still feel the same for sure. But I think overall it probably would, just because there are many more games. Like the NFL, you see teams that can lose 4 or maybe 5 games and still win a Super Bowl or be the best team in the league. Whereas in college, you lose 2 games, it's kind of wraps for you. So I think it would, just because there are more games.
Now, that's interesting what you just said, because you said here in Tuscaloosa it would. Why is it different in Tuscaloosa than it might be in other places?
It's just the standard, man. It's just the standard. Go 1-0 every week. I think the standard here definitely won't change, just because there are more games to be played. It'll definitely be the same for sure.
What city is above you right now? Is that New York or Chicago?
Toronto.
Toronto,
okay.
the home, man. Okay. Come on.
The northern New York, right?
Wow.
Toronto, man. Toronto.
That is I went to Toronto one time, and my takeaway was it's one of the, and I could have just seen the best parts, Match, but my takeaway was it's one of the cleanest big cities I've ever been to.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people say. People describe it as kind of just a clean New York, really. But Toronto is just an amazing city.
Are you more of a White Castle or Crystal guy?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, what do you like better? I mean, I think White Castle is more northern and Crystal is more southern. The sliders. Neither for me.
Yeah, you like a real hamburger, not the thin sliced little piece of meat between a lot of bread.
Yeah.
Yeah. My son has applied to the University of Toronto to go to school there. He obviously not a football player. Neither am I. But Metchie, what could I tell him about the town? If a little boy from Alabama, would he be okay in Toronto at the University of Toronto?
Yeah, man. It might be one of the best decisions he'll make. Looking back at it, he definitely won't regret it. He'll have a great time.
Okay.
What's he going to major in? What's the Toronto? What do they know?
I don't know what they're known for, but he's really into computers and gaming, and he wants to, I think, program games at some point. He wants to work with EA Sports and those type games down the road. EA. So I don't know if they offer that there or what.
Yeah. What is your major? I don't even know what your major is, Metch. What is your major?
Finance.
Oh. So do you give tips? I mean, do you give investment tips to your teammates?
Nah. I don't give investment. I'm trying to learn them for myself. I'm trying to learn them still.
Okay.
Do you watch a lot of NFL?
Every now and then I kind of get the recaps during the weekend, and I try to catch a little bit of certain games, but I can't say I'll sit down and watch a full game.
Yeah. Any surprise how well Mac's playing right now?
Nah, not really. I don't really have it's not really surprising when Bama guys play well with me.
How different were Mac and Bryce in the huddle?
Oh, I think he froze up for a second.
There he is. We got him.
They completely different people. They're completely different people. But at the same time, we don't huddle much. Everything's sideline. Everything's signaled in from the sideline. So we're not much of a huddle team anyway.
Yeah. He is John Metchie, the Alabama wide receiver, getting ready to play Arkansas. If you've got a home project coming up, you need to call RentalWorks. That's who brings us this segment each week. They've got everything from landscaping equipment like mowers to big machines like skid steers and certified operators to handle those big jobs too. Check out their full fleet, CraneWorks.com. That is CraneWorks.com. They bring you this segment each week with John Metchie. John, thank you for the time. Have a great game Saturday.
Appreciate y'all. See y'all next week.
Thank you, John.
All right, buddy. Take care. John Metchie with us on the Pepsi Hotline.